The 4th of July, a day synonymous with freedom, celebration, and the vibrant hues of red, white, and blue. It's a time when communities come together, flags wave proudly in the breeze, and the spirit of patriotism fills the air. For many, the day is filled with the sizzle of hot dogs on the grill, the dazzling spectacle of fireworks lighting up the night sky, and cherished family beach trips, creating memories that last a lifetime. These traditions are woven into the fabric of our national identity. For millions, the beach is more than just a stretch of sand. It's the heart of this holiday tradition. It's a place where generations connect, stories are shared, and the simple joys of summer are celebrated. It's a place for elaborate sandcastles meticulously crafted by eager hands, the echoing laughter of children playing in the surf, and the creation of unforgettable memories etched against the backdrop of the ocean. But this year, as families laden with beach chairs, umbrellas, and coolers arrive at the coast, anticipation bubbling in their hearts, they're greeted by an unexpected and disheartening sight, a stark contrast to the joyous scene they had envisioned. Beach closed signs, bold, unavoidable, and deeply disappointing. This isn't an isolated problem, a mere inconvenience at a single location. It's a widespread issue, happening up and down our nation's coastlines, impacting communities from coast to coast. The dream of a perfect beach day is being threatened. The culprit? What unseen enemy is forcing these closures? Dangerous bacteria lurking, unseen in the seemingly inviting water. Invisible but threatening, these microorganisms have the potential to turn a day of fun and relaxation into a serious health risk, with consequences ranging from minor skin irritations to severe illnesses. It's a tough reality to explain, a difficult pill to swallow for parents and kids alike, who see the inviting waves crashing on the shore, feel the pull of the ocean's allure, but are told for their own safety to stay away. Authorities aren't trying to ruin anyone's holiday or dampen the festive spirit. They're acting responsibly, relying on scientific data and rigorous testing to protect public health and prevent potential outbreaks. Over 100 beaches, spanning more than a dozen states, from the East Coast to the West, are closed at the peak of summer, a decision made with the singular goal of keeping families and communities safe from harm. This 4th of July, as you plan your beach outings, the most important thing you can bring, even more essential than sunscreen and towels, is knowledge. Arm yourself with information about local beach conditions, heed warnings and advisories, and cultivate the willingness to put safety first, making informed decisions that prioritize well-being. Sometimes, the best and most lasting memories are made not by plunging into the water, but by engaging in creative play, building magnificent sandcastles, or simply enjoying a relaxing picnic on the warm sand, cherishing the company of loved ones. Across 12 states, over 100 beaches are closed to swimmers. This isn't a drill. Water testing has revealed high levels of fecal bacteria, making the water unsafe, especially for children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Kids are at greater risk because they play in shallow water and may swallow it, while older adults can face severe complications. This year, heavy rains and warmer water have fueled bacterial blooms, spreading contamination quickly. These closures are a necessary step to prevent illness, not just a suggestion. The water may look clean, but the danger is invisible. Officials are acting to protect you. Heed their warnings. This holiday, let's keep the celebration out of the emergency room. How does such a vast ocean become contaminated? It starts on land, with rainstorms washing animal waste, sewage, and fertilizers into rivers and eventually the sea. In older cities, overwhelmed sewer systems can dump untreated sewage directly into waterways during storms. Once in the ocean, warm temperatures help bacteria multiply rapidly, especially in summer. The sun and heat we crave for beach days also help bacteria thrive. This is why closures spike in the hottest months. The journey of bacteria is a chain reaction. Rainfall, runoff, aging pipes, and climate change all play a part. Beach closures are a warning sign of bigger environmental issues. Understanding this helps us protect our water and our families. When officials issue warnings about potential health hazards at the beach, they're usually talking about two primary culprits: E. coli and Vibrio bacteria. These microorganisms, though invisible to the naked eye, can pose significant risks to public health. E. coli, short for Escherichia coli, is often an indicator of fecal contamination in the water. Its presence suggests that sewage or animal waste may have entered the water system. While not all strains of E. coli are harmful, some can cause severe stomach illness, leading to unpleasant symptoms and discomfort. These illnesses can be particularly dangerous, especially in vulnerable populations like young children and senior citizens, whose immune systems may be weaker. Vibrio, on the other hand, is a naturally occurring bacterium. It thrives in warm coastal waters, particularly during the summer months when water temperatures rise. Vibrio poses a different kind of threat, as it can cause devastating skin infections, even through seemingly insignificant cuts or abrasions. These Vibrio infections can escalate quickly, becoming severe and requiring immediate medical attention. In some cases, Vibrio infections can lead to life-threatening conditions, highlighting the importance of prompt diagnosis and treatment. As ocean temperatures continue to rise due to climate change, Vibrio's geographical range is expanding, meaning it's appearing in areas where it wasn't previously common. This expansion puts more coastal communities and beachgoers at risk of exposure to this dangerous bacterium. Therefore, if you happen to have any open wound, no matter how minor it may seem, it's crucial to stay out of the water, no matter how small the cut or scrape. Remember, E. coli can make many people sick, leading to unpleasant gastrointestinal symptoms and discomfort. On the other hand, Vibrio often targets individuals with pre-existing wounds or those with weakened immune systems, making them more susceptible to infection. Therefore, knowing these names, E. coli and Vibrio, and understanding their potential dangers empowers you to make more informed and safer choices when visiting the beach. These bacteria are often the primary reason for beach closures, as authorities prioritize public health and safety. So when the warnings go up, indicating elevated levels of these bacteria, it's time to heed the advice and stay on the sand, avoiding contact with the water. Remember, your safety and the well-being of your loved ones should always be the top priority. You can ensure a safer beach experience by respecting the advisories and following the guidelines provided by local authorities. Sometimes, skipping the swim and resisting the urge to cool off in the water is the safest and most responsible way to celebrate a day at the beach, ensuring everyone goes home healthy and happy. Beyond bacteria, there's a rare but deadly threat in warm freshwater: Naegleria fowleri, the brain-eating amoeba. It's not found in ocean water but thrives in lakes and rivers, especially in the south during summer heat. Infection happens when water enters the nose, never by swallowing. The amoeba travels to the brain, causing a nearly always fatal illness. Symptoms start like the flu but escalate rapidly. Early diagnosis is rare. Infections are extremely rare, but the risk is real for those swimming in warm freshwater. If you do swim in lakes or rivers, keep your head above water and use nose clips. A small precaution can prevent a catastrophic outcome. These dangers aren't just cold, hard statistics on a page. They're real stories of real people, families just like yours, who went to the beach expecting a day of joy and relaxation. These are accounts that highlight the potential hidden risks lurking beneath the surface of seemingly pristine waters. Take the case of Ryan Perry, a healthy and active father, who tragically developed a severe Vibrio infection after a seemingly harmless swim. The bacteria entered his system through a tiny, almost imperceptible scratch on his hand. He spent weeks in the hospital, enduring excruciating pain and fighting for his life against a relentless infection that threatened to overwhelm his body. Then there's Debbie King's young son, who innocently contracted E. coli after a fun-filled day playing in a local lake, unaware of the dangers that the water held. The infection ravaged his small body, leading to kidney failure, and he was forced to spend weeks in the sterile environment of intensive care, hooked up to machines that kept him alive. Both families were suddenly thrust into life-changing crises, their lives turned upside down by unforeseen and devastating health emergencies, all stemming from what seemed like harmless fun, a simple day at the beach or lake that quickly spiraled into a nightmare. Their stories serve as a sobering reminder to us all that even a seemingly insignificant wound or a single refreshing swim can have serious, even life-threatening consequences. These stories aren't meant to scare you away from enjoying the water forever, but rather to illustrate why those seemingly insignificant advisories and warnings actually matter. They are there to protect you and your loved ones. Ryan and Debbie's experiences tragically prove that anyone, regardless of age, health, or background, can be affected by these hidden dangers. So please take the warnings seriously. They exist for a very important reason: to safeguard your health and well-being. A fleeting moment of fun and recreation simply isn't worth a lifetime of regret, pain, and potential health complications. Protect your family and yourself by making informed choices, staying vigilant, and heeding the advice of local authorities and health officials. The risk is undeniably real, but so is your power to prevent tragedy from striking your family. By being informed and cautious, you can significantly reduce your risk. Let's work together to keep this holiday and every day safe and enjoyable for everyone. Knowing the symptoms of waterborne infections can save lives. After swimming, watch for nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, or bloody diarrhea, signs of E. coli. For skin infections like Vibrio, look for redness, swelling, or blisters near any cut or scrape. If symptoms escalate, high fever, chills, or rapid heart rate, seek medical help immediately. For the rare brain-eating amoeba, early symptoms mimic the flu but worsen quickly. Severe headache, confusion, or seizures after freshwater swimming require urgent care. Always tell doctors about recent water exposure. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong after a swim, act fast. Early action can make all the difference. Write down symptoms and when they started. Your vigilance is your family's best defense. This 4th of July, safety starts before you leave home. Check local beach advisories online or through the EPA's map. If a beach is closed or under advisory, don't swim. Find another way to celebrate. At open beaches, check for cuts or fresh tattoos. Anyone with a wound should stay out of the water. Remind kids not to swallow water and rinse off with clean water after swimming. Wash hands before eating and clean any minor cuts right away. Monitor everyone for symptoms in the days after your trip. If anything seems off, contact your doctor and mention your recent swim. This simple checklist, check advisories, protect wounds, avoid swallowing water, practice good hygiene, and watch for symptoms, keeps your family safe. Make this holiday memorable for the right reasons. This 4th of July, our collective responsibility is clear. Heed the beach closures and advisories. These aren't just rules, they're based on science and meant to protect you. The water may look inviting, but invisible dangers can change lives in an instant. Stories like Ryan's and Debbie's show it can happen to anyone. Let's redefine the perfect beach day. Build sandcastles, fly kites, or picnic on the shore. The holiday is about making memories, not risking your health. Check advisories, respect closures, and follow public health guidance. By making smart choices, we keep the celebration safe and joyful. Take home only seashells and happy memories, not a dangerous infection.